The launch of the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 lands in a space that feels surprisingly divided. And honestly, that tension tells you everything about what this camera really is. Because this isn't one of those releases that instantly changes the game. It's not the kind of upgrade that makes older models feel outdated overnight. But at the same time, it's not just a basic refresh either. It sits right in the middle. And that's exactly why reactions are so mixed. Some people are ready to buy it immediately, seeing it as the most refined version of a product they already love. Others are holding back, waiting for real-world tests, comparisons, and honest reviews. And then there's a quieter group, people already using the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, who feel no urgency at all. And the truth is, all of them are right. Because the Pocket 4 doesn't try to reinvent anything. DJI clearly isn't taking big risks here. Instead, the focus is on refinement. The camera still uses a 1-inch sensor, the same size as before. So if you were expecting a major hardware leap, that might feel a bit underwhelming. But the real story isn't just about the sensor. It's about what DJI has done with it. One of the biggest upgrades is 4K video at 240 frames per second. And that alone changes how creators can shoot slow motion. Whether you're capturing action, cinematic shots, or detailed B-roll, it opens up a lot more creative flexibility. On top of that, you get 10-bit D-Log-M and improved dynamic range. That means better control in tricky lighting, bright highlights, deep shadows, mixed scenes, all handled more smoothly, resulting in more polished footage. But specs only tell part of the story. Where the Pocket 4 really stands out is in everyday use. DJI seems to have listened closely to creators. Small changes like a dedicated zoom control, a customizable button, and a more secure design might not sound exciting, but they make a real difference when you're actually shooting. These are the kinds of upgrades that remove friction. And over time, that matters more than flashy features. There's also a practical shift in storage. With over 100 gigabytes of built-in space, you don't have to rely as much on memory cards. For travel creators or anyone shooting on the go, that simplicity is huge. And then there's audio, something compact cameras often struggle with. If the new wireless mic system is included in the base package, that's a big deal. It turns the Pocket 4 into a more complete, all-in-one tool right out of the box. But let's be clear about one thing. This camera still has limits. It's a single lens system. There's no optical zoom, and there's no major jump in sensor size. So if you were expecting a bold leap forward, this might feel like DJI is playing it safe. And honestly, they probably are. There's a strong sense that bigger innovations are being saved for something more advanced in the future. Which makes this decision very personal. If you already own a Pocket 3, upgrading isn't a simple yes or no. The improvements are real, but they don't completely change what you can create. If you're happy with your current setup, this won't suddenly transform your content. But if you're new to this category, everything changes. The Pocket 4 becomes a very compelling option. You're getting strong video performance, advanced color, improved usability, and potentially great audio, all in one compact device. No extra setup, no complicated gear, just shoot. There's also another angle people often forget. With a new release, older models become more affordable. And that makes the Pocket 3 an even stronger value. Choosing it isn't settling, it's a smart, calculated decision for many creators. And timing matters too. The compact camera space is heating up. Other brands are preparing new releases, and competition is about to get intense. So if you're not in a hurry, waiting could give you a much clearer picture. At the end of the day, the Pocket 4 represents a very specific kind of progress. It doesn't try to redefine anything. It just makes an already successful idea better, more polished, more usable, more refined, and that's why opinions are split. Because this camera sits perfectly in between, better than before, but not dramatically different. So the real question isn't whether it's good. It's whether it fits you, your gear, your workflow, your expectations. Because when the hype fades, that's what actually matters. Not how new your camera is, but how well it works for the way you create.